That's the prep. That's the prep platform.
Getting the balloon inflated. Using the little tank to get it inflated. There we go. Wow. Wow, yeah, that's tearing it up a lot faster. It's increasing the pressure on it. Or whatever. That's the balloon we're going to be using, guys, to launch the payload over here. There we go. Looks like it's about ready. Give it like 10 more seconds or so. Maybe a little more. If you guys are wondering why they're using gloves, it's so the oils on their fingers don't get on it, because if the oils on their fingers do, then it'll pop way easier. So that's why they're using gloves. I don't even know if y'all can hear me, because that helium thing or that tank that's filling the balloon up is pretty loud. So, oh, falling over a little bit. Yeah, that is way longer than 10 seconds. I was way off. This is my first time coming out to one of the launches. I've always helped build the payload over the past 4 years that we've done this, but actually coming out here kind of hits different. We're actually able to like witness it. Oh yeah, wind's picking up a little bit. All right. Ooh. Nice. They need everybody to keep it up like that, because if
and I'm receiving.
they're tying it up now. Now they're attaching the string, as you can see, and hooking it up to the payload. All right. We're making progress, guys. There's a balloon. They've got a longer string down, and now they're attaching the payload. Or we're one step closer to attaching the payload, guys. One step closer, I mean. Okay, apparently we're launching now. There's the balloon, there's the parachute, and there's the payload. Once the
just fall, but once like the air starts to get thicker.
he's explaining in the background. Once the balloon pops and the air gets thin enough, the parachute will deploy, because it can catch enough air. You know what I mean, guys? And then there's the payload on the bottom. So as you can see, we're gonna start a countdown. I'm gonna back up more. I'm gonna back up. Yeah, so this is a way better view, guys, as you can see. Yeah, if you guys wanted to see my face, here I am. Oh yeah. All right, yeah, sorry, we're starting. All right, are we counting down from 10? All right. But yeah, the payload, once it starts falling, we're estimating it'll be, oh, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it goes. Oh, wait. Bringing it back down. Oh, what happened? Oh, there we go. They're slowly releasing it, as you can see. He has the string. Here it goes. Nice. There it goes, off into the distance, chat. Guys. Yeah, that is crazy. No problem. Yeah, there it is. And I helped build that earlier in the week. So I'll get some like pictures and I'll put some videos in. I'll put that in the beginning of the video. But there it is. There it goes. And now all we have to do is sit here and watch it, wait, and then eventually we'll go out and chase it. It's estimated to fall about an hour and 47 minutes away from here. That's when we're estimating it will start falling from the stratosphere. All right. All right, everybody. So if you're wondering what we're going to be doing when we leave to catch the payload, basically, we're going to be driving over to where it is. Basically, I'm going to be sitting in the passenger seat with the laptop, and then this will be the transmitter, I think. Isn't this the transmitter here?
It's the receiver. It's
Sorry,
receiving,
receiver.
It's receiving everything.
So yeah, it receives everything, and then basically I'm gonna be like watching as it is receiving stuff, and basically, didn't you say that I don't have to do any work?
You just have to ride shotgun.
Yeah, and I just watch as it collects all the data, and yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
So
Oh,
you have
really?
to what you call it? Elements of the tower. Tom did. Okay.
So that's all. Those are all the stats and everything.
Somewhere in there.
So guys, yes, if you are wondering, I did drive all the way out here. And when we are going to retrieve the payload, obviously we have to drive out there to retrieve it, since it'll be an hour and like 47 minutes or whatever. Basically, I didn't get this on video, but basically when the air balloon, when the payload, when it's up in the air, it basically like updates the location every like couple of minutes. But guess what? In my car, I don't have enough gas, so I'm going to be riding with Mr. B. I'm not going to say his last name, but it's because I don't have enough gas. I have less than a quarter of a tank. And with gas prices, how they are, yeah, I definitely cannot afford to drive all the way to where we're driving and back, because it's in a completely different state, if y'all are wondering. And yes, I am in the United States, but I'm not going to like reveal where we're going and stuff, because like that, it's easier for people to like know where I live and stuff, so yeah. But since I'm not going to be taking my car and I'm driving with Mr. B, I have to park it somewhere else because I'm in the person's driveway right now. So we're just going to be backing up. I think this is perfect. All right. Perfect. Should we back up a little more? You know what? I'll back up a little more. There we go. Alright, that's perfect. Anyways, let's get the show on the road. I will continue the video once we are in the car and chasing the payload. And they'll just be little like segments, like the videos I gave. There'll be little segments. It'll be little cuts and clips and stuff. It won't be like the full ride, because that'll be boring as fuck. Anyways, let's get on with it. Like and sub. Turn on post notifications. Okay guys, so apparently I can't park here at Dusty's house, which is the guy who was generous enough to let us use his property to launch the payload. So I'm following Mr. B over to his house so we can leave my car over at his house while we chase down the payload. So shout out to Mr. B. Let's get the show on the road. And guys, don't worry, I still have a quarter of a tank, so I'm gonna be able to make it to Mr. B's house and leave my car there and everything. Yeah, there's a car right behind me. I don't think this is a no passing zone. No, I think this is a no passing zone. It might not be. Yeah, Country Road in Illinois is 55. I'm going a little slower than that. I think I should be fine now. Alright guys, we're back on the normal streets. I need to go a little slower. It's like 45 here, I think. Turn. I need to slow down. Alright guys. We are at Mr. B's house. Alright, we're on our way to go pick up the payload. I'm with Mr. B right now. Oh yeah. Alright, so we just got here. It was about a 3.5 hour drive over to Indiana, and it is showing the payload is somewhere in this neighborhood. So we were hoping it would go somewhere in a farm field, but it didn't end up going there, and it ended up popping a little earlier than we expected it to, and ended up in this neighborhood. So we're basically just going to be going around. I don't know how many houses we're going to have to knock out. I don't know if we're going to be knocking out a lot of houses, but we'll have to like get permission to go retrieve it and everything. So yeah. Anyways, I'll catch you guys when we found it. All right, so apparently it's not even on the street we're on. It's on the opposite side. So there's my friend Brian. But yeah, we're basically just going to go around, and then see if we can find it on the other side of those houses, because it's showing it's in someone's backyard. Okay, so we just found it. It's literally like draped over someone's fence right there. That's crazy. My slides are all wet. That's crazy.
It's in their yard.
Oh yeah, it's still in their yard.
No! Fuck! Shit!
Hopefully it's all intact.
It's intact, but it's not on something.
Okay, so they're not home right now, but we're trying to figure out a way to maybe get it out of the yard without trespassing, which it's gonna be pretty hard to do that. Okay, here's the view. You guys can see it. That's the view in their yard. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it's the like view of their yard. Super muddy back here, but and if I had my camera stick, this would be so much easier. Oh!
Sounds like something just came loose.
Hey, we got it! There we go. Alright. Alright, looks good. Looks good.
And get to the car and power it down.
Okay, so we just got back about 5 minutes ago. I helped Mr. B load the payload back into his house. So basically the payload ended up being a little heavier than we intended it, so it only ended up going about 93,000 feet before it started falling. It was supposed to go at least 100,000 feet in the air, but ended up popping a little early because obviously it was heavier, like I had just mentioned earlier. But other than that, it went pretty well. So apparently, you know earlier how I was talking about how it was like how it landed in the neighborhood. So apparently that was the first time that it had ever done that. In previous years, it had only landed in farm field and stuff like that, and trees close to farm fields. So this is the first time that it had ever landed in a neighborhood, or a rural, neighborhood area or whatever. Like I said, we ended up driving about 3.5 hours, which was way more than we expected. The prediction was way off. It said, it was like, I think, just 30 minutes over the border in a city in Indiana. It ended up being in Indianapolis, and it ended up being a little outside of Indianapolis. No, wait. It was like on the east side of Indianapolis, I think. Or west side, something like that. A little, I think it was like on the inside, something like that. But anyways, yeah, like I said, just got back like 5 minutes ago. Helped Mr. B load the payload into his house, just set it on his table, and then we threw away the balloon. He's like, "Do you want the balloon?" He's like, "It kind of reeks of latex." I'm like, I smelled it, give it a little whiff, because I'm like, you know what? Just save it for like the memories. Just keep it in a box. Maybe write on it in Sharpie. 2026 launch. Balloon launch, payload balloon launch. But I'm like, I took one whiff of it. I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't taking that shit home. That shit reeked of latex. But anyways, he said that the higher it got, the more, like, the worse it smelled. So like, the higher it gets, the higher the payload gets, the worse it smells. He said it had something to do with like the altitude. You guys can like correct me in the comments with this stuff, because I'm like, I've never been on a launch. I've always helped out with like the setup and construction, but this is the first time I've ever been to a launch and chased it. So yeah, you guys can like correct me in the comments with the mistakes I've been making with this, because it's like the first time of me like actually chasing it. So I'd really appreciate that. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. This whole thing was about, if I look at the time, it just turned 7 o'clock like a second ago, and so basically the start time for this was about, I think, if I remember correctly, it was originally 8 a.m. and then the payload was supposed to be launched by 9:30 because they had to get everything set up, obviously, with it, get everything loaded. But it got pushed back to 7 because of the weather. So, and it was still ending around 9:30. So we needed like an extra hour to do stuff. So they started at 7. I woke up at 7, saw the email. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get out there. So take a shower. So I take a shower. I leave and get out there. And I think I got out there at about 8:45. So I was about an hour and 45 minutes late. I ended up going to a different person's house because the location was like wrong on Google Maps. But anyways, so then I knocked on that person's door, and then they told me, "Oh yeah, you're at the wrong house. A lot of people come here for like a lot of people come here, but like by mistake because Google Maps leads them here or whatever." So he just told me, you need to take a left, and then you'll like see a sign. I put the guy's location, like the location that I got from the email, into Google Maps again, and it still led me to the wrong house. But I just kept going down the street because it was I just like read the numbers on the mailboxes, so I like knew where to go. So I'm like, yeah, this still isn't the right place. I don't see people, so I just kept going down the street. And yeah, I saw it. Dude, my bonnet keeps getting lopsided. I noticed in my one April Fool's video, it kept getting lopsided and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else I was going to say. I don't think I had anything else to say, and if I did, well, I forgot. Anyways, the launch went really well. Oh, wait. So, I was going to say how long it took. So, if it started at 7, ends at 7, there was someone else that went with me. Yeah, Brian. He ended up just going home with his mom when we left Indiana. We went to Costco to get some lunch, and then after that, he just left with his mom to go straight home. We went to a rest stop to use the restroom, and then went straight home, back to Illinois. But anyways, trying to think. So if I got there at 8:45, basically 9 o'clock, I would have been there it would have been about just over 10 hours for me. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. If y'all like this video, because this is probably the longest video I've made since the One Formula video, Best of Charles moments from like 2 years ago. Make sure to if you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video, subscribe. Definitely turn on post notifications, because if you like my videos, I'm going to keep uploading more of these. I'm going to stick to my schedule, 1 video a week. I'm going to try to do that. The NBA video, it should be coming out probably in the next couple days. I'm going to release this video probably after that, probably sometime like later this week. But anyways, yeah, like, sub, turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.